Want to learn how to gamble? Well, you're not going to be learning from me today, but there is a lot you can learn about probability, all from a deck of cards and from the games that we play with them. So let's take a look at a couple problems today, and you'll be able to see how you can use the cards you have at home to help you learn a new subject in school. We're asked today that if a card is drawn from a well-shuffled playing pack of 52 cards, let's find the probability of a couple things: a 2 of spades, a jack, a king of red color, a card of diamond. What we're trying to find pretty much is what's the chance that we're going to pull out any of these situations. So I drew a table. There's many variations to be able to draw out every combination you can have and every type of card you can have. I'll post a couple photos of them here so you can see this was the most compact way for me to do it. Pretty much we know that we're always going to have numbered cards from numbers 2 all the way to 10. We're going to have a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace, and we're going to have variations of them in hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. Hearts and diamonds are red colors, clubs and spades are black colors. If you're curious about any of these, what they look like, Google a couple cards, you'll see, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Now we're asked to find first the 2 of spades. What do we know? We know that we're always going to be looking out of 52 here, because that's how many cards are in a deck, and if you were to count up all these variations, you'd also notice that it equals to 52. That's a long way to do it, pretty tedious, no reason to do it if we already know that off the top of our heads. So we're asked to find the 2 of spades. What's the chances of drawing that? How many times can we get the 2 of spades? Well, we know if we look in this table of all the way 2 to 10, and we see that there's always going to be a variation of spades right here, but in the suit itself, there's only ever going to be one of that number. So there's only going to be 1 2 of hearts, 1 2 of diamonds, 1 2 of clubs, and in this case, 1 2 of spades. So the chance that you're ever going to get a 2 of spades is always going to be 1 out of 52, because there's only one of them. Now, if we go over to how many times can we get a jack, we see in our jack column here that there's 4 variations. You can get one of hearts, of diamonds, of clubs, of spades. Again, we're talking about out of 52 because that's how many cards we have in our deck. And if we count them up right here, we know that the only way we can get a jack is from one of each suit. So there's 4 ways to do that and 4 52. Now we want to know what's the chance of getting a king that's a red. We know when we look at our table here, there's only 4 variations of a king. We can get a king of hearts, king of diamonds, king of clubs, and king of spades. How do we know which one's red? Well, I drew that over here as well. If you ever have a deck of cards, you can also look at it. You know that there's only 2 ways you could ever get a red card. It's either going to be a heart or a diamond. And in this case, of the 4 times we're going to get a king, 2 of them are going to be red. It's going to be a king of hearts and a king of diamond. So out of 52, the way that we're only going to get a king of red color is 2 of them. And to wrap this up, what's the chances that we're ever going to get a diamond card? When they're asking you what's the chances of a diamond, it's saying out of all the cards you're ever going to get, how do we know we're going to get this one suit in particular? As I said before, there's only 4 suits: hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades. And it's saying what's the chances of getting a diamond itself? Out of these 4, there's only one of them that you're going to get it's a diamond. So we can simplify this even further to say we know we have 4 suits and we're looking for one of them. So the answer is going to be 1/4. And that's a pretty quick way to learn probability, all from using a deck of cards. And it's a pretty intuitive way, as well as the most applicable way you can do it. Many variations of how you can analyze poker hands as well as blackjack. I won't be teaching those just yet, but we'll work our way to it as well. If you have any questions or comments on the problems you see in class, you don't know how to do them, shoot me a comment or a DM, and I'll make videos explaining the topics you have in class.